Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mang, and this is Hearthstone. And if you haven't really been following my stream too much in the last few months, I have been playing Hearthstone here and there. I'm a fan of it, and if I had had my channel going, I would have probably uploaded a bunch of videos. But now that we got all that kind of sorted out here, I'm just gonna go ahead and start the series, and we'll just see where it goes. How long we play and whatnot. And so I'm not really gonna go over any basics of Hearthstone. I think other videos do that much better than I could. So if you're not familiar with it, you might want to go brush up on the rules if you're really interested. If not, we're just gonna go along for the ride. Okay, so for this series, we're going to be doing Arena only, because I think that's the most interesting. As kind of be just a rip-off of TB's Lord of the Arena series and whatever. Yeah, but it's ManggStone, so that's okay. Alright, so we got a fresh Arena run going here to start it all off. And we have the choice between Warlock, Hunter, Druid. I'm going to go with Druid. That would be my preferred of these three. I don't really keep up on the meta too much, so I think Hunter is pretty good and constructed. Not sure about Arena, and I'm pretty sure Druid is better than Warlock overall still, so let's go with Druid. Okay, Azure Drake, Arcane Golem, Light Warden. Arcane Golem, I'm not a fan of it at all. I just hate it. It's a slightly better Wolf Rider for the same cost, but you give your opponent a mana crystal, and I just don't think that's ever worth it. I just don't see it worth it. Light Warden, you rarely ever see this card played, because usually when it pops up, you're not playing a priest, which is where it would really only be useful. It's kind of the Mana Addict's other counterpart, for healing. So Azure Drake, one of the best cards in the game, I would say. So, okay, Mark of Nature, Claw, Magma Rager. We can discount Magma Rager right away. Terrible. So Claw or Mark of Nature. Claw is decent. It's not really a great turn one play. But it can be helpful at the start to quickly wipe out an annoying 3-2. Mark of Nature, I'm actually kind of a fan of Mark of Nature. I don't know how it holds up as far as tier lists or anything like that, so I'm going to grab that. Alright, Murloc Raider, Starfire, Silverhand Knight. Okay, no Murlocs. So Starfire, Silverhand Knight. Starfires deal 5 damage to anything, hero or minion, and draw a card. The deal 5 damage for 6 is obviously not very good compared to something like Fireball, but the drawing a card on top of it can be pretty good. Silverhand Knight is just an all-around useful minion, because you get the 4/4, but you also get that little 2/2 that can be, if you need to buff it up, you can buff it up, stuff like that. So, it's just which of these two do I value more, the straightaway 5 damage in the card draw, or we're going to go for the minion. I like to get my minions in. Okay, Mad Bomber, Accolade of Pain, Young Dragonhawk. Don't like Young Dragonhawk, especially not in a really... I mean, you could do some cheese with Mark of Nature if this thing survives, but it's still only going to have like 1 health or 1 attack, so... Accolade of Pain. I used to like it more than I do now. Generally, you're going to get 1 card draw out of it, but... I prefer Mad Bomber, personally. Alright, 2 Murlocs and a shitty taunt. Oh, boy. I put the Bluegill Warrior over the Iron for Grizzly, I would say, because this can kill a 3-2 right away. No questions asked. This thing, it's not a great taunt, and it can just be dealt with. So this, I think the charge beats out the taunt here. Claw, Mark Wild, Swipe. Swipe is probably... I think like the best Druid card you can get overall. I would say it's the most useful, especially in Arena, because people really never know when to suspect it. So grab that. Archmage, Novice Engineer, Druid of the Claw. Not a big fan of Archmage. You know, for 6 costs, you can get the Boulder Fist Ogre, which is a 6/7. So you're taking a hit on attack here just for the spell damage. And I do have, you know, I have spells like Swipe, I could get Starfire, Starfall, stuff like that. But I'm never a huge fan of spell damage because it's situational at that point. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Archmage. Novice Engineer used to be very good. Dropped down a lot when it became a 1/1 for 2. You do get the card right away, but Loot Horde I think is better overall. Druid of the Claw. You either get charge out of it or a 4/6 taunt. I really like this card because it's versatile, so you can do, you know, either way. You know, I like the Druid because of that versatility. All right, Soul of the Forest, Innervate, Stormwind Champion. Hate this card. Hate it. I used to think, oh, this is cool. This could be really useful. Hate it. Because what you do with cards like this is you end up holding on to them for like the entire game. And eventually you get to a point where you're just that's the only card in your hand. And you're like, what the hell am I going to do with this? It's useless. Because you don't want to use it on just 1 or 2 minions. That seems like a waste. You want to use it on like 4 minions. But you might never get there. And so you're just holding on to this. It can be useful, but I consider it highly situational. Innervate. You get 2 mana crystals this turn only, so it's like a beefed up coin. I like Innervates. Stormwind Champion is also very good. I'm going to grab the Innervate. Alright, Starfire, Iron for Grizzly, Healing Touch. Obviously, I don't care much for the Grizzly. I don't like Healing Touch much at all. It is one of the better cards that can heal, I guess. It can be useful later on, maybe. But I think Starfire is better off. You get the card draw, so. Alright, Epics. Doomsayer, Hungry Crab, Force of Nature. Not a big fan of Doomsayer. I think that is it's just a weird card to play. I mean, you're not going to be playing this on turn 2, and then later game, it's just so... In later game, they can wipe it out so easily, and then it's just, what are you doing? And I don't like it. Hungry Crab, really shit. You know, maybe if you're going up against a Murloc deck, you know, it can become a 3/4 on turn 1, which is, I think, like the best 1-drop you can get. But that's unlikely to happen, especially in arena. It's just no. Force of Nature, summon 3 2/2 treants with charge to die at the end of the turn. I like this one because you basically get a 6/6 charge for 6. Not exactly, but it's pretty good. I like Force of Nature. You can pull some cheese with that. Shield Bearer, Darkscale Healer, Elven Archer. This is a shitty lineup if I've ever seen one. Shield Bearer kind of sucks because you don't need a taunt on turn 1, especially with 0 attack. Elven Archer sucks because it's just a 1/1 and you don't really need to do the 1 damage on turn 1. Darkscale Healer is probably what I'm going to take because it's a 4/5, which is good against priests. And the Battlecry could maybe somewhat be useful in some weird situation. I don't know. It's better than the other 2, so take it. Alright, another Archmage, Druid of the Claw, Dragonling Mechanic. I'm going to grab the Mechanic here. I actually like this one, and we already have a Druid of the Claw. We got to watch our curve a little bit here, so we need some 4-drops. Razorfen Hunter or Snapjaw. Snapjaw kind of sucks unless you're in like a Hunter deck. Razorfen Hunter, not a crazy big fan. There's a lot better 3-drops than this, so we're going to take another swipe because they're just damn useful. Stormwind Knight, 2/5 charge. I think this is slightly gaining popularity, or at least I'm seeing this more often now than I used to. Because it's very good for killing off 3/2s. Yeah, that's a 2-for-1 trade on those. Power of the Wild, give your minions +1/+1, or summon a 3/2 Panther. Again, that versatility, or Claw. I'm going to grab Power of the Wild. Again, I like the versatility options. We're going to grab another Druid of Claw for same reason. Alright, oh boy. Geomancer, Archmage, Oracle. Obviously, we're not taking this one. I've said my piece on this one, and so we get a similar, you know, the spell damage card over here on the Geomancer. I like this one better than this one, but not by a huge amount. I think I can combo in a swipe with this one easier than with this one. You know, if all I'm caring about is the spell damage, I'd rather take the Geomancer. Alright, Wind Fury Harpy, Lord of the Arena, Footman. Footman sucks. Similar reason to the Shield Bearer. Shield Bearer. And the Frostwolf Grunt. I just don't like those really low cost taunts. Just, meh. Wind Fury Harpy or Lord of the Arena. Wind Fury Harpy has Wind Fury. Problem is, this tends to make him what I call a soft taunt creature. As in, he doesn't actually have, you know, taunt, but since it's a minion that is potentially very dangerous, enemies tend to focus fire on them. So, you know, at 5 health, this thing is probably going to die before it ever gets to use its Wind Fury. If it does, you know, you can protect it or something like that. Yeah, it can be pretty good. But I think I'm going to take a Lord of the Arena here because we don't have a tremendous amount of taunt. Alright, Youthful Brewmaster. These Grizzlies keep popping up. And Raid Leader. Alright, so the Brewmaster is... It's an okay minion on its own. It's a 3-2 for 2, which is kind of standard. And the battle cry is return a friendly minion from the battlefield to your hand. So we have to look at what we have that we could use that with. You know, Bluegill Warrior, I guess, if you need the charge. You can use the Mad Bomber, the Mechanic to get an extra 2-1 out of it. The Azure Drake to get an extra card draw. Some stuff we could use it. The Raid Leader, 2-2 for 3, not good at all. Your other minions have +1 attack. We're just going to take the Raid Leader. Maybe we can do something good with it. You know, combined with the Force of Nature. Could be nice. Iron Forge Rifleman, Voodoo Doctor, Warlord. 2 for 2, 2-2 for 3. Again, not great. Deal 1 damage, not great. That's not going to make a huge difference. Voodoo Doctor, 2-1 for 1 is okay. Battle Cry is restored 2 health. On turn 1, you're not going to need that 2 health, and later on, it's not going to make a big difference. Not a big fan of this card. We're going to take the Warlord, because he can be beefed up pretty nice, especially when we're dropping stuff like Mechanic, and stuff like that, and little guys. I don't know. Maybe we'll get some more little guys. Murloc War Leader, nope. Faceless Manipulator or Ancient of War. Faceless Manipulator, 5 cost, and it becomes a copy of any other minion. And that includes all buffs on it and everything. So it literally just copy-paste. Can be very good, can be very useless. Ancient of War, generally you're going to be taking the Taunt, I think, most of the time. Unless you're in a specific situation. So you can get a 5/10 with Taunt for 7 cost, which can be very helpful. You know, if you really just need to wall up, I like that option. So we're going to take Ancient of War. Alright, Abomination, Starfall, Argent Commander. Ooh boy, this is a good lineup. Abomination is probably the weakest of the 3 for me. It's a 4-4 for 5 with Taunt, which is not incredible. 4 health on a Taunt is meh. Death Rattles deal 2 damage to all characters. This can screw over a lot of setups that people have going, but it can also screw you over, you know, if people especially plan around that. This tends to just change up a board inevitably, for better or worse. Starfall, deal 5 damage to a minion or 2 damage to all minions. So this is your secondary AoE next to Swipe. Or you can just use it like a Starfire without the card draw. So again, this is the versatile option. And then Argent Commander is a 4-2 with Charge and Divine Shield for 6. Argent Commander used to be a little bit better. I believe it used to have 3 health. They nerfed it slightly because everybody was using this. And everybody continues to use it because it's just damn good. $1 Mage, Savage Roar, Abusive Sergeant. $1 Mage is pretty much worse than the Geomancer, I think. So the 1 attack is just ugh. Savage Roar, give your characters +2 attack this turn. So this is like a weak little version of Bloodlust. And Abusive Sergeant, give a minion +2 attack this turn as a 2-1 for 1. Probably going to take Savage Roar. Alright, now the raid leader, Thrallmar Farseer on the Frostwolf Grunt. I mentioned this, so I don't really care for it. 2-2 for 2 with taunt. Raid leader we have, so I'm going to grab the Farseer. Bite, give your hero +4 attack this turn and 4 armor. Very nice. Arcane Golem sucks. And Savagery, deal damage equal to your hero's attack to a minion. Combined with something like Bite, that can be pretty decent, because then you can use this card and then you can attack normally. So this does not use up your attack. But we're going to take Bite, because otherwise Savagery is shit, because we don't have really anything to buff it. Harvest Golem, Moonfire, Cultmaster. Moonfire, shit. Just, no, don't take Moonfire. Don't listen to people that tell you to take Moonfire. You know who you are. Harvest Golem or Cultmaster. I rank Harvest Golem higher. I think most people do. This with only 2 health can be very good. You can get a bunch of cards out of it, but it's likely to die pretty easily. Harvest Golem, you know, even if they take it out once, it comes back with a little 2-1 that they also have to deal with. It's just an all-around good card. Southsea Deckhand. Fairy Dragon, another Oracle. Screw you. Screw you. We don't have weapons, so that's dumb. Fairy Dragon, one of my favorite 2-drops, because it messes with a lot of people. Silvermoon Guardian, another Mark of Nature, Mark of the Wild. Silvermoon Guardian, I think, is a worse version of the Scarlet Crusader. Because the whole point of these 2 minions is the Divine Shield, and so paying 1 extra for the extra 3, you know, 2 health or whatever, not incredibly worth it. Mark of Nature or Mark of the Wild. We have a Mark of the Nature, so do you rank Mark of the Wild higher than Mark of Nature? This just gives +2 to both and taunt. This one gives +4 to 1 and taunt if you pick health. I kind of like Mark of the Wild. Ogre Magi, Mark of the Wild, Nightblade. Nightblade sucks. It's just like the basic card they give you at the start of the game, so noobs think it's good. It's, oh, 3 damage to the enemy hero. That's amazing. No, it's not. You're bad. Ogre Magi, 4-4 for 4. Spell damage +1. This is probably, you know, behind the Azure Drake, probably the best spell damage card. You know, common. Well, I guess that's a rare, but, you know, lower end card. This one is an okay pick. So, Ogre Magi, Mark of the Wild. For 4 drops, we only have the Dragonling mechanic at this point, so I'm going to take the Ogre Magi. Okay, another Power of the Wild, Stone Tusk Boar, another Innervate. Stone Tusk Boar sucks, don't take it. Innervate or Power of the Wild. I already have 1 Innervate. You get double Innervates in your starting hand. You can pull some cheese, but that can also be very bad if you drain your shit. So, I think I'm going to take a second Power of the Wild. Alright, final pick. Mana Wraith, Azure Drake, Demolisher. Mana Wraith, you almost never see this in play. Arena or Constructed. I've probably only seen this like once. Demolisher, you see a bit more often. If this was at the end of your turn instead of the start of your turn, deal 2 damage to a random enemy, it'd be a lot better. It'd be probably much more often played. The problem with this is it tends to get killed off before it gets to do anything because it has soft taunt, I would say. So, second Azure Drake, I have no problems with. This is an okay deck, I would say. We got double swipes, we got double Azure Drakes, we got some Druid of the Claw, we got the Starfire, an Argent Commander, Force Nature I like, a couple Power of the Wilds, Mark of Nature. You know, we got a mix of a bunch of different things. We're definitely lacking in 1-drops, which is not a huge deal. You can definitely be fine without them. And just in case, we got an Innervate if we need to play something cool. Okay. We will see how this goes, I suppose.
Malfurion versus Jaina.
And we start against a mage, because why the hell not?
Must protect the wild.
Alright, nix the Azure Drake, nix the Swipe, and we'll keep the other 2. Okay. So turn 1 Fairy Dragon, turn 2 Kobold Geomancer. I'm okay with that. We got swipe on hold. We got bite on hold. We could be doing a lot worse than this. See, Fairy Dragon's very nice because you can't Fire Blast it. You can't use Frostbolt against it. You can't really do much against this card, so. If he's going to hold off on the minions, then we are going to be doing okay. Now, he probably won't let this live until turn 4, but if he does, you know, we got a nice little setup there. Okay. Alright, so we could play Savage Roar if I want to just kill him with my hero. Or we can play the Farseer and just sack our 2-2, which might be the better option. I don't rank the Geomancer that high. I want to kind of hold on to this. Alright, let's take a look here. We got Bite. We could definitely use that. We have Savage Roar, which wouldn't quite do much. Mark of the Wild wouldn't quite do enough either. Let's try this. Alright, so let's do this, this, and this. So we keep the board clear, keep our Fairy Dragon, so he's got to, you know, use a minion to get rid of this thing. Something like that might work. Alright, so now I can't attack. So me using Bite would not help much. I could use Swipe and then just clear it. I can't cast this on him, so that doesn't matter. I could just play this and then just hold and see what happens. Or I could do Swipe and just get rid of him. Problem is, that gives him the advantage, because then he's setting the board. So I think we're going to try this strategy. I don't know if it'll work. We're going to play the Ogre Magi and just sit. He's probably going to kill off the Fairy Dragon. But hopefully he can play some other... okay. And yeah, okay. Alright. Could be doing worse than that. Alright, we have a full lineup of spells here. I think we're just going to do this and summon the 3/2 Panther so we have something on the board. That may be overextending my hand, but we'll see. Because he might just Frostbolt this. Oh, okay. Yep, alright, no problem there. There's the Yeti. Okay, we need to get some minions going now. Well, that's not great.
Wanna blow something up?
Not great, and that eliminates my ability to Star Fire. Swiping would not accomplish much at this point. So I could give him Mark of the Wild, which would allow him to swap with that. But if he's got another spell, that's a little shit. I guess we'll see. Lack of minions is my problem right now. Okay. He's just gonna Fire Blast it, giving him the advantage.
For the crusade!
All right. This kind of sucks, but there you go. He's not really playing anything huge.
Behold the might of Storm
That's something
Wind.
huge. Well, luckily I killed off the Yeti at least, but it's not looking great now. Alright, we're gonna play the Azure Drake. Alright, that is exactly what I want to see.
For the wild.
Okay, so now he's got to decide, you know, first of all, can he clear this without using this? And if he can't, then he's probably going to run this into this. Ah, Flame Strike. Alright, now we're in a really tough spot.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Yeah, we're in a really bad spot.
Where shall I strike? The Frost Wolves stand ready. Job's done.
Alright, he's probably got me this turn. All he really needs is like 1 damage. Yeah, he wins. So, we lost our first match, unfortunately. I made... You know, it's always hard to tell where you made your misplays. I think I did one near the start that I wasn't sure of. Where I was like, I wonder if that was a bad play. I think there was a Mark of the Wild involved at some point. FYI, I'm not the greatest player. I've been playing for a few months now, here and there, but I've never really taken it that seriously, so... I think the most wins I've gotten in the arena is 9, and that was back when 9 was the max that you could get. So, since they've bumped it up to 12, I haven't been playing as much, and so I haven't gotten 12 wins.
For Doomhammer, I must protect the wild.
Alright, Power of the Wild, preferably you want to use it for the 1-1. Rather not use it for the 3-2 Panther, because you want to get your minions elsewhere. But I think in this situation, since I've got both of them sitting here, I'm gonna get the Panther out there.
Job's done.
So then I can either, you know, shapeshift, which is what I'm going to do, and then I can just go for the face with this. So.
For the wild. Job's done.
And then next turn we can either, you know, play the Ray Looter if we need 4 attack, or play the Farseer if it's looking okay. We'll just have to see what he does.
Wanna blow something up?
Uh-oh. That's very unfortunate. Okay. So, at this point, you know, these either one of these is just going to get traded, so it doesn't really matter. I could even play this, and it would probably get traded. But this has the softest taunt. Or the hardest taunt. I don't know. You understand, he wants to kill this thing, so. But he has advantage now, because he's setting the pace. So now he gets to play stuff like that. And now I have to counter this somehow. Which... we'll try this.
The gates are open. Job's done.
Which trades pretty well. He's gonna need to buff up the damage by 1 to take this out. You know, if he's got Hex, this is probably where he's gonna use it. Because that was my big play there.
Here you go.
There it is. this. No, I think we're just gonna do this. We'll just keep putting the taunts out there. He's gonna have to keep dealing with it. He's gonna have to find another way to buff this guy up. I'm going through cards now. That's kind of the problem.
Put this apple on your head.
Okay. Knife juggler. He's gonna try and get lucky. Here's his first bit of luck. Yep. But he can't play another minion, so he did not attack. Alright.
Handle it!
He's probably going to get lucky and ping this at least once, so he can just trade these two. We'll just have to see. Yeah, because if this guy somehow survives, you know, I can buff him here, I can buff him here, and then heal him maybe, so... Alright, there you go. So now he just can trade two of these minions.
They all bend to my command.
Alright, so now I have a 4-4 and a 4-6 to deal with. I'm going to play this. And this will bump him up to a 6-7, which is pretty good.
Job's done.
Requiring him to lose both his minions. We're still kind of on the defensive here, unfortunately, but hopefully we can turn this around. I don't know how many big cards he's got, but he's not throwing that many at me.
What to do?
Oof. That is a big card. Alright. Let's see the math here. Now, Savage Roar will allow me to trade. Power of the Wild will allow me to survive the trade, which is nice. Okay, so let's do the +1. Let's do the Savage Roar. We'll do the trade. I don't have enough for the swipe, so now I feel kind of dumb. Huh. Miscalculation! So now you can just trade his 4-4. Well, you can do a number of things, really. That was a poor amount of management on my end. That may cost me the game. That Earth Elemental is a nuisance to deal with. Alright, now he's got an Ogre out, so this is just a lineup. Alright, +4 attack. This will do 4 damage. Okay. Well, I can definitely kill the Ogre, I guess.
For the wild. Job's done.
We'll see if that was a smart play. I really need my Starfire right now. That would be the top deck at this point.
Silvermoon shall not fall.
He's got a lot of minions. I may have been too spell heavy. And I got almost no card draw except for the Azure Drakes. Yep, that's not great.
For the wild. Job's done.
So he's pretty much just gonna bop that in the face and hit me for 8. And then I die next turn. Or I die this turn. No, not quite. Even if I drew Starfall right now, that would do jack shit. I'd still lose. So, there's pretty much nothing in the world that can save me. Nope. Alright, 0-2. I'm not really showing off the point of me playing Hearthstone for you guys. I realize that. Because you could just go watch other videos of people that actually, you know how to win and stuff. You know, the only frustrating thing about Hearthstone is, like, you play like this, and you do this, and you're like, okay, I feel like I did everything I could, right? Because you never really think about, oh, that wasn't the right play, because if you knew it wasn't the right play, you really shouldn't have done it. So, you know, it could be my cards, it could have been his cards that were just better, you know, it could have been the luck of the draw, it could have been a number of different things. It could be I just suck at the game, which is definitely a part of it, sure. And so this could be the final match of this arena run, which would really suck. It'd be kind of a shitty first video. Death of a series right there. Alright. Well, that pretty much means I have to play my fairy dragon. His is floating in the air. That might give him an advantage. I don't know. I don't know if I can hit him then. Whoa, where are you going? Okay, so now he's protected by a taunt. Here's where the Wrath comes in. But even then, Harvest Golem, yeah, that would be okay.
I hope you like my invention.
That play where I miscalculated my swipe, that was a big failure. I'll give myself that one.
Yes, me and Mr.
Let the pain speak to me.
Okay. Oh, Mark of Nature. What a tremendous pain in the ass. That is a good combo. I'll give him that. I will give him that. Because there's almost no way that I can do this without him getting 2 card draws. Savage Roar, that would put this up at 8 total, so I could kill him, no problem. This would only put it up to 6 total. Although this combined with this. Yeah. Son of a bitch, man. That was a good combo. He got his 2 cards, and I couldn't go for the face. Boy, oh boy. That may have cost me the game.
What to do?
No, he wants to kill the raid leader. He hovered over it. Yeah. That was a shame. That would have been good with my Force of Nature. Alright. I guess we'll do this and we'll just charge. since he doesn't have anything on the board. Put the hurt on him. Force Nature Savage Roar would be a good combo too. It's like 15 damage. No, 12 damage. My bad. See, I'm already failing at math. That's bad. It's a bad start.
Get behind me.
Oh, he's gonna buff it, of course. That's what druids are all about, man. Not gonna buff it. He's gonna kill off this instead. Okay.
Squire, attend me.
Ready,
Well,
sir.
I hope I clicked that. Alright, I did. Alright, so if he doesn't play a taunt, that's 3, 7,
Is my
9, and he did play a taunt, of course he did. And he's gonna buff that taunt. Alrighty then. Take that 6 to the face. Do it. Yes.
You insist.
Damn you. Alright, good luck, buddy. You can do this. You can make the comeback! Comeback of the century!
Truth is my shield.
Oh, double Sunwalker with Mark of Nature this time. How does that save him? Hit him there. 6, 4, dead. Okay.
For the wild. To battle.
You insist.
Boom. Easy peasy. I don't know. We don't have a good score going here. Alright. So that's going to wrap up the first episode of ManggStone. Very, very poor start. I did not expect this. I did not ask for this. So let me know. Give me some feedback on if you want some more of these videos, even though I suck at this game. I'll definitely keep making them if there's interest. Otherwise there's always other videos to do, so give me some feedback on that. Otherwise, my name is Mang. This has been ManggStone, and I'll see you around.